Exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We are tracking some areas of dense fog developing, especially along I-20 and areas further down to the south and also in South Arkansas, so be careful when you're heading out the door. Use low beam fog lights when necessary. Doppler radar is currently all quiet. We haven't been tracking anything. It's been mostly a quiet and dry week for the most part due to the fact that high pressure has been sitting just off to the east, which has been keeping the wind flow pattern here at the surface mainly suddenly. So we've had the little influx of warm, moist air. Dew points have been creeping up. These temperatures have been too. Here's a look at current visibility and notice from Vicksburg towards Tallulah, Madison Parish. We're at 0 and down to 0 in parts of LaSalle Parish. Even El Dorado is down to 2 miles. Monroe also down to 2 miles. Like I said, it's going to be careful as you're heading out onto the roadways. Temperatures area-wide are in the mid-50s. We're at 54 Monroe, 55 out in Ruston, 53 degrees up towards El Dorado. And our dew points also right there alongside temperature, lower to mid-50s. They're going to be creeping up into the 60s as the temperatures begin to climb. Winds are currently calm this morning, reason why we can have a little bit of fog, but it could pick up for this afternoon and even throughout part of tomorrow. Technically the wrong direction, but a little light breeze helps make it feel not too bad. Now this afternoon, mostly sunny. We will be pushing upper 70s, hitting 80 area wide. Pretty much everyone will be at risk topping into that lower 80 range, 80 or 81 degrees. So very warm, very above average. Even tonight, we're just going to fall back to mid 50s. So really that brief cold snap we had earlier in the week, it didn't last very long, and it's still going to remain above average even as we go into this weekend. If you got any weekend planned, it's going to be a great weekend for the most part. It's just the fact these temperatures are just going to be very warm each afternoon. It's going to feel like it's kind of back in September a little bit. So as we kind of finish out into next week, not much changes. High pressure still kind of sits off to the east through next Sunday and early parts of Monday. All we're going to see is a few passing clouds each afternoon, but we will start to see a system develop back to the west as we kind of head into Monday and Tuesday, which will start an unsettled pattern which could last out a good chunk of next week all the way through Thursday and Friday, which is technically a welcoming sight, all things considering we do have ongoing drought. But of course, we don't want too much at one time. You know, the old saying, when it rains, it pours. Well, that could be a case scenario Wednesday through Thursday and Friday. Our first round kind of starts potentially on Monday night, going to early parts of Tuesday, becoming scattered showers. And then Wednesday through Thursday, that's when we see a system develop back to the west, where we could see a cold front swing through. And going into potentially Friday morning, we'll have a line of thunderstorms that will begin to develop and swing on through. Still way too far out to call out any type of severe threats, if there is any, and even rainfall totals. Can't even talk about that neither, but heavy rainfall will be potential with that line of thunderstorms as it rolls through Thursday into parts of Friday. So for now, we technically remain dry in regards to precipitation. Clouds will linger overnight tonight. Patchy fog is still possible because the winds will calm down a little bit and our dew points will be on the climb. And then next week, that's when the forecast starts to change a little bit. We won't see a change in the temperatures till at least Wednesday through Thursday, as we'll fall to mid lower 70s and continue to be lower 70s through next weekend.